we may just, it may just be destined for us. Like some of us are here now, our family are back home. It is not the last commandment that, okay, carry your bag and go to Malaysia. But it could be Qadar. Allah might have predestined it, that yes, you have to be separate from separated from your family. So if we find ourselves in this kind of situation, we should try to manage it, and manage it very well. On the one hand, you are fulfilling Allah's command, and on the other hand, you have to play your role to your partner. You have to carry him or her along, because some of us here are also perhaps married women here alone without our husbands. So we have to carry our spouses along too in the most appropriate manner. That's another lesson that we can learn from our mother Hajar. And by the time the husband left, by the time Ibrahim left them and she was left with Ismail, the child, their provision got exhausted. And what happened? The baby was crying, he almost passed out. She had to struggle. She didn't just sit down there helplessly. She didn't sit down there and cry and say, Ya Allah, oh, what am I going to do? No, she made effort. She stood up, she got up. She climbed the hill, the sofa. She climbed it to look around if she could find anybody to talk to or to request for assistance. But Allah will have it, there was nobody there. And even at that, by the time she descended, that was when she did the ritual, what we refer to as ritual walking today. It's a pillar of the Hajj. That's the walk between Safa and Marwa. And thank you very much, my prof. So as Allah will have it, that became a very, very important pillar of Hajj, as we will have it today. Hajar did not sit down there helplessly and crying. So the fact that we are here, our husbands are not here, for those of us who are single sisters, maybe on the mission of study, we should please, as much as possible, try to strive. Let's strive. Continue striving. Read, and read. Ask questions. Consult. Talk to people. And inshallah, you will make a breakthrough. Okay? The effort that Hajar made then brought about the Zamzam that we have till today. Okay? And as a female, she still has impact, even in worship. And that is why your Hajj may not be complete if you didn't observe the Safa and Marwa, as in the Sa'i. Okay? That's another lesson for us. I think I have a few minutes. As a father, let me just take the last scene, because I have so many other things. But then, as a father, Allah commanded him to slaughter his only child. That's another test for us. Allah commanded him. But Sheikh has mentioned most part of the conversation, but what I would like to refer to is that he called the child. He called Ismail and explained to him. And he sought Ismail's opinion. That's another thing. Don't let us just take actions because we are their parents. Carry your bag, you are going to IIUM tomorrow. I'm transferring you from IIUM to Malaya tomorrow. You are not serious, you are not facing your studies. Carry your bag. No. Sit the child down. Let him or her realize why some actions have to be taken. Okay? So as much as possible, there should be effective communication, regardless of the person we are dealing with, regardless of the other party, be it the husband, the wife, the child, regardless of their level, the boss to the subordinates, regardless of their level, there should be some form of communication with humility. Okay, I think I have to summarize all those points because I can't make reference to all the things or the scenarios or all the trials, so to say, because of time. So, summarily, we've learned a lot from the lifetime of our prophet, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. We've learned devotion because he was dedicated, he was devoted. When he was commanded to kill his son, he meant it, he was about to do it. He didn't, he wasn't an hypocrite. He really meant it, he wanted to do it. He was about to do it when Allah stopped him. So he was really devoted. He loved Allah. Although Sheikh also mentioned that Allah himself mentioned that he loved him, he loves him, but we also learned that Prophet Ibrahim loves Allah. Because all the commandments that he was given, he tried to carry them out. And then he had sincere intention. Whatever we want to do, we should be sincere. Regardless of the party involved. If I want to kill a mosquito if I want to chase a mosquito away from my sister's shoulder, my intention should be good. If there is a mosquito there and I want to kill, I shouldn't just hit her palm. You understand? It's something I could drop or call her attention to it. That there is a mosquito there, can you just rub it off? So we should also take actions with good intention. As wives, we should be supportive of our husband because we would always have challenges. Hey, when I was reading this thing, the first thing that came to my mind, I can't remember, I want to make that point, I want to make reference to that point. When I was reading the Surah about that thing, and what came to my mind was that, hey, Nofisat, if it were you that your husband told that you have to be in this desert for me with the child alone, I would have said, the first person I would have accused would have been Sarah. I would have said, I want to go see you, Lord. As in, they brainwashed you to bring us and come and abandon me here. And again, I said that stuff like then I continued reading. And then again, when Hajar asked, that was it Allah asked you to bring us here? And he said yes. Then, what was Hajar's response? What was Hajar's response? Please remind me. Hajar said, Allah will never forsake us. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Allah will never forsake us. Then I was like, I would have said, I don't wish over a car. Allah is not a wicked God. He wouldn't have commanded you to. You know that kind of a thing. But please, let us read the Surah with open hearts. Let us pray to Allah. Let us try to think deep on these things. Because if we just listen to them or we just watch the video or read the book without reflecting, it is possible that we don't internalize them. And if we do not internalize, it is possible that if we find ourselves in similar situation, I can't say such because I don't think that's going to happen again. But if we find ourselves in something that we can relate to similar situation, we'll be able to manage ourselves very well. On a final note, I think I'd like to leave us here with a statement that we should follow the legacy, we should cultivate the habit, we should imbibe and reflect, and most importantly, follow the legacy of our Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Summarily, like our Sheikh has said, we should continue to master the yaqeen, that's the certainty, the iman, al-wala wal-bara, and we should be patient in whatever situation we have found ourselves. On this note, I would like to end the brief talk. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun ala al-mursalin, walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Join me in saying Jazakumullahu khairan kathiran to Dr. Nofisat. Jazakumullahu khairan kathiran. We are fast approaching the end of the program, and at this point, I would like to call on Brother Ishaq to organize donation session. Brother Ishaq. Oh, sorry, Sheikh. Stand Ishaq.
I don't know that NISCOM knows very well that I love money. That is why they assign collection for donation to my site. All protocols are duly observed. And we give thanks to Allah who spared our life to this moment. We will not take much of our time. General, the said General, please. Anything that we have, nothing is small. We are in an academic sector, please. Let's make it
Academic.
and there's no time to waste, please. That workout will take much of our time. Leopik, do saati mi saati. Nothing is small. Nothing is small. Please, let us donate. Anything Allah has endowed us with, let us donate. We shall have the reward in this life and the life to come. لينفق ذو سعة من سعته. I think we are in that arena now, so the water will be flowing. But don't let me Ijebulize the water. We need it to. You need it?
They have missed it.
Dasitawa, oh, eh. Wapowo me, dasitala, oh, Wapowo me, dasitala, oh. Dasitawa, oh, eh. You are the one who said I should make it vocalize. Dasitawa, oh, eh. Wapowo me, dasitala, oh. Wapowo me, dasitala, oh. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ó jẹ́ sásán, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ó jẹ́ sásán, wàhálà wa ní Malaysia, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ó jẹ́ Subhanallah.
Jazakumullah khairan, Sheikh Ishaq. Before we move on to the vote of thanks, we would like to recognize decorum, please. Decorum, please. Before we move on to the vote of thanks, we would like to recognize and call upon one of our patrons or matrons, Professor Rashida, to give us a short 2-minute talk. Word of wisdom, word of enlightenment. After our talk, we would like people to greet us, Eid Mubarak in their various languages. Starting from Dr. Rashida, she will greet us in our languages, or the languages that she can speak. And then we'll also call upon some other brothers and sisters here to give us Eid Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Aku walaja ọdún, èmi wá ó ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀. Barka da sallah, Allah ne mai kamuna. Zama Ayraya, Maham Zaidan Fatim.
Inshallah.
And Eid-il-Mubarak, Taqabbalallah minna wa minkum. So I think these are the few, I mean, àkókò àlàjọ ọdún ẹ̀yẹ sọ̀pẹ̀ àti ìsàmọ́dún gbogbo oyin ti gbóná ẹ̀kún. Ok, èmi àwa rẹ̀ yẹn ọmọ alárẹ̀ ẹgbà. Alhamdulillah, it's yes, it's celebration of joy. We give thanks to Almighty Allah for giving us this opportunity to gather here together as yes, brothers and sisters in Islam. And yeah, can I speak Yoruba? Who's going to interpret? Yes, I mean we have to say this Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah many times. Yeah, because as of yesterday, in fact, just a few minutes ago, some people were like buried. And they never offend Allah more than what we did. I mean, possibly they are even pious than us. So for this opportunity, COVID-19, inshallah, is like fading off. But you know, a lot of people have gone through this, and some have, I mean, they just went with this COVID-19. Some are still in that suffering, in that shackle. So for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us this opportunity, I mean, to come together, gather together, and also witness this Eid. And a lot of us, you know, the ram slaughtering also, we still participate. Alhamdulillah. So mine is not something big because my sister, Doctora, and I know Sheikh, they've said a lot about this Eid. It's just for us to adhere to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to do. And inshallah we shall, I mean, get the mercy. And for this NISCOM, it's a very big organization. I think we're just not taking it serious. From this, I assure you, from this NISCOM, inshallah, possibly the next coming president, minister, for me, I'm going for ministerial appointment anyway. So what I'm saying is like, it's a big organization that we have to take care of it. We have to, like, the Ukhwa have to be like strong. We have to make it strong. We don't have to, like, okay, let them do it. It's okay, those who are only the committee. No. It has to be like, everybody must contribute his or her own little, just to make sure this thing goes forward. Actually, organization like this is where we normally have an IIUM. Let me just tell you something. IIUM is unique. Unique in the sense that it's called an International Islamic University. So they expected that whoever comes from this environment is only a molecule. Sorry to say, Adam Liza. No, I mean, I'm just saying that they were expecting that to just be only maybe from Islamic studies. But subhanAllah, Allah has made it easy for us that we have a mix of people from finance, people from engineering, from Islamic studies, from Arabic, and from various. So it means we have a very good stand than maybe any other university. We have that Islamic akhlaq, which alhamdulillah, the guardian of virtue has given to us, and as well as our own various professions. So I want us to take this NISCOM very serious. Do not leave it to only the committee. And as we are moving, we should also join those alumni so that we can, inshallah, have a very good stand and move our country forward. Yes, this is our dua. I don't know how to interpret it in Oyibo. Please, can you help me in Oyibo? But yes, yeah? Okay, hopefully. So what I mean is, like, we should do our best. From this IIUM, inshallah, we shall get it better when we go back home. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakumullahu khairan kathiran. Shortly, Ustaz Tawfiq Sani to also give us Eid Mubarak, you know, maybe in Arabic or some other languages. Dr. Tawfiq Sani. You can leave it to us on this side. Yeah. Just to see. Assalamu alaikum.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. أحييكم بتحية إسلامية قائلة السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة
كل
الله
عام
وبركاته.
إن شاء الله وأنتم إلى الله أقرب. تقبل الله مني ومنكم صالح الأعمال. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يوفقنا جميعا إلى ما يحب ويرضى إنه ولي على ذلك والقادر عليه. وكل عام وأنتم إلى الله أقرب. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Ustaz Lamino to give us in Hausa language. Or Ustaz Zaharuddin. Waalaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Injuli jam. You know, I think it's only Lamino can speak Fulani.
Okay.
So Injuli jam. Allah Yaro and Mori, Allah Holu and Mori, Injuli jam.
Amen.
Then I mean be Komoi, no Injuli jam. Allah ituna mean Allah kidnapping, banditry, all these kind of things in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now we call upon Ustaz Muad Balogun, yes, to give us the thanks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله وصلوات الله وتسليماته على من خير الأنبياء وإمام المرسلين سيدنا مولانا وحبيبنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله to everyone.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
To give the vote of thanks. I'm highly honored to be appointed to extend vote of thanks to our esteemed guests on this memorable occasion. Thank you for this privilege. Firstly, I give thanks to Almighty Allah for the success of this program, despite the many challenges, particularly those associated with COVID-19 pandemic. Foremost, on my thank wishes are many of our respected lecturers, matrons, patrons, and alumni. You have all made it down to celebrate with us despite your tight schedule. May Almighty Allah yield your cause continuously. Amen.
Amen.
In the same way, NISCOM expresses deep appreciation to Dr. Habeebulah, Dr. Nofisat, Dr. Abidi, Dr. Dr. Muhammad Sani, for their thoughtful words of encouragement. The spiritual diet is motivating and encouraging. I thank you for sharing these lessons with us. May it be beneficial for us year and year after. May the good Lord continue to increase you in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. My appreciation is equally directed to our donors and well-wishers. This irrespective of your forms of contribution, financially, spiritually, physically, or morally. Your kindness, your good hospitality, and your continued support has been the reason why NISCOM flourishes. You have taken out of a token that is Allah's given risk. May it multiple in manifolds in this world and the day of reckoning.
Amen.
Amen. All of us are wonderful donors. I was particularly amazed by the internally generated funds among IIUM students. The UG, Masters, PhD. Seriously, it was very, very amazing. Indeed, this form of kind mindset will help us sustain most NISCOM events. Thank you so much, my respected scholars. May Almighty Allah bless your respective endeavors. Amen. Of course, all our guests are distinguished. You are appreciated for accepting to be part of this August occasion, particularly given the ongoing coronavirus outbreak. Your participation means a lot to us. May we continue together in goodness and righteousness. My appreciation goes to the entire NISCOM executive, starting from the president, the vice president, the secretary, the assistant secretary, the program coordinator, the assistant program coordinator, everyone. And my Urban program committee, starting from the Urban, Abu Haisha, Dr. Kamal, Brother Bature, Brother Kavari, Brother Muhammad, Brother Adnan, everyone, I say thank you to you. And the program committee also. My secretary, Brother Ali. And Mr. President also, Sister Fidal, Sister Miriam, everyone, I say Jazakumullah khairan to you, everyone. And general members and well-wishers, both within and outside IIUM. I say Jazakumullah khairan to you all. I wish us all journey message back to our respective abode. Please remember to stay safe and keep healthy. The fight of COVID-19 is the fight for all. Together we can break the chain. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And once again, we thank you all for coming. Before calling on Ustad Abdurrahman Nuhu to give us the closing dua, I'd like to announce to us that there will be a get-together at HS Canteen after Ustad closes the occasion. In the spirit of greeting ourselves in languages, there is also a new language that I've learned, Chinese. So to greet Happy Eid in Chinese, you say, Kai Chai Tie Kai La. Kai Chai Tie Kai La. So happy Eid Mubarak to everybody. I remain my humble self, Habeebulah Uthman. Ustaz Abdurrahman Nuhu. Closing dua. After the closing dua, we want to get together at HS Canteen. HS Canteen.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Let's recite Surah Al-Fatiha and Salawat al-Nabi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Allahumma salli ala
Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for coming.
So ṣé àwọn ará ṣé báwo lẹ ṣe jẹ́ ká ẹran ní sàmàrà? Ẹran fún NISCOM. Wọ́n ṣe wọ́n àwọn fún kí lórúkọ yìí? Ló pa fọ́nà ọmọ wa òkè program yìí báwo ni sọ́sà actually